STLR he rides away, solace in solving night and day. And solver's curse, a twisted delight, shapes resolved at the speed of light. Flesh and soul they wither and fade, pleasure found in the dark trade. Seeing those poodle his deliverance near, aiming to break free from cursed armor's fear.
Hey guys, MX2. I can't even do that. Alright, look. Someone in the last video said my voice sounded deeper, so I was trying to sound less deep, but look, I drank some water. I haven't had a Red Bull yet. I was supposed to go get a Red Bull, but I'm like, yo, hey, can I model? Can I do a little modeling? Hey, can I model? Not asking you, but, you know, kind of asking my girlfriend. She was busy with something else, so I left. I'm outie. I ran out the room, you know, because, hey, got a model, baby. Got a model. People are like, hey, how do you make money? Well, look, the world is a complicated place, but I think I get it. I get it. And, you know, that sounds terrible to say. It sounds conceited to say. You're like, no, MX is saying he's a know-it-all. But look, I made a joke in a few videos about how I've watched cultures of people online basically, like, argue with each other and monetize it. They argued with each other, guys, and monetized it. Like, people are having discourse and monetizing it. So, you know, not trying to disassemble your world or your world views, but if you can argue and that basically creates content and that content's able to be monetized because the world just needs content, you know, and it's like deeper than that, right? Like, because of a lack of realness in people, I see a market in realness, right? Like, I know, it's terrible and stupid. Like, if I go any further, I will just cancel myself. But I see the world a little weird. And I see, like, all these people winning in ways that basically defy logic, at least to me. I look at it, I'm like, did they really just do that? And everyone else is just like, I didn't see nothing. I'm like, oh my lord. You know, like, a lot of my time is spent, like, being aghast, like, just freaking out. Like, I'm like, what did I just see? What did I just see? Like, it's funny. Like, that's why I say it's funny when people think I'm insane. Because, look, I'm seriously not insane. If it's insane to wake up, exercise, do a little blender, go exercise some more, play with the cats, you know, play a little bit of Steam Deck, maybe play too much Steam Deck, you know, maybe also blend too much. Like, listen, my woman was cracking all these jokes today about how she wouldn't be as mad if I spent more time with her. And I'm like, look, hey, come on. Look, I get what you're saying, but, gotta blend, baby. hey. These lights don't pay for themselves, but I mean, come on. Look, I'm not trying to be that way, because, look, that's, first of all, condescending and toxic masculinity. And, you know, part of my relationship is not doing that, even though, you know, as men, you would want to do that, right? Just like, and I know I'm talking about weird stuff, but I mean, what are you talking about in a video, right? Because it's all connected. It's literally all connected. It's like, how do you become a good modeler? Well, first of all, I am a loser. You're like, no, you're not. I'm like, no, I am. I'm like 5 levels from being a booger eater, alright? I'm a loser. And, you know, you gotta accept that. And whenever you pull this so far that there's nothing, it needs to jump into a secondary mode. If you're watching this on a coder, never mind. Hey, listen. Some jokes are only funny when they happen like 50 times, but when it happens for the 500th time because I've been recording too much content, Let's clean that up, Sarah. Let's clean that up. Let's discuss cleaning that up. We'll have never mind. Sorry, I'm in work mode right now. Like, I'm actually supposed to be having a meeting, but I have so many meetings, guys. Like, hey, when you start talking about goblin gold, people start getting serious. They're like, word, I'm like, word. What can you do for the bunny's empire? We're hiring, but no, I'm just talking smack. I get so many weird comments, and I'm telling you, I wish we were all on the same page, because then people would be able to convince me of things, but because I'm just so in a different world, You know, I call people names out of bleach. I called a man a Vasto Lorde Espada yesterday. And his response that he got from GPT about what the fuck is a Vasto Lorde Espada was just so great. They were just like, yo, he's saying you got unimaginable power. Or he's being sarcastic about you. I was like, that is inaccurate. There is only praise. Look, if you are called a Vasto Lorde Espada, do not call me that. Alright, I'd rather be called Blender Daddy. Alright, look. Also, these are such flat surfaces. I cannot wait till this gun's done. I did not mean to do such a long video about flat surfaces. That's all, you know, if you want to know what my regrets are, man, I had a party planned, but look, I didn't want to get grabbed on the technical of, hey, MX never solved one of the meshes he sold in the tool. Like, that is important. To me, that is the most important thing. Like, if you were like, yo, you want to expose me as a fraud? Yo, putting a tool, putting a mesh I didn't solve constitutes as a fraud in my eyes. You want to know how screwed up I am? That's how screwed up I am. You know, my gal was out there spitting at me. She was using some Blender terms. She was using some Blender terms. It just shows me that, you know, she's like chameleon. She learns. And this is why women are just dangerous, alright? That's why you gotta just spend time with them. It's like, you know, people are like, yo, I'm smarter than a woman. It's like, no, dude. Women are smarter than themselves. You know, women are dangerous creatures, guys. You know what I'm afraid of? It's a woman, alright? Formidable, dude. You know, that's why in anime they have that Sakura strength. Like, you're probably like, yo, I'll beat a woman up. It's like, hey, but can you do 50, though? Can 50 of them be destroyed by you? Probably not, you know. And, you know, that's what I think about. I'm like, man, I wonder if I could take out 50 of this thing. You know, not even women, just things in general, right? You ever just wonder, like, yo, if a deer came at me, could you take it? You know, let me know in the comments. Like, look, if you're the type of man that thinks you could take a deer, I'm not even saying an elk. I'm saying just a deer. You think you could take a deer? Look, I want to meet you, man. Like, look, a deer. I'm saying Bambi. You think you just take him? Cause look, I'm gonna be realistic, guys. I'm just owning it now. I can't take a deer. A deer will take me. All right, a deer would take me, and it'd take my girl. And look, I don't like that thought, dude. And I know y'all don't like that thought either. You're like, dang, and Max, you're just like thinking about deers taking his women. Look, you never know what happens in the woods. All right. And as a result, I don't know what happens in the woods because I don't go in the woods, but I'm just a guy on the news cycle side. So, you know, maybe nothing happens out in the woods because it's the freaking woods. But, you know, I imagine that there's beavers out there with, like, modems. And that will cycle into me talking about MX's tech tales, which the world's not ready for yet. But that is coming up in content. That's why I'm like, yo, if people think I'm insane, it'll be so hilarious, right? Because, look, I'm watching communities where people will expose each other, right? And that is the, like, content, and that is how people make money. And people are like, how do you make money? And I'm like, wow, this would be the craziest class ever if it was taught by me. I'm not saying because I'm a know-it-all or I'm brilliant. I'm saying because I just look at things not normal, and I know that I don't. Because, like, when we were having our Discord call over the weekend, which was nuts, by the way, like, look, if you're a Hops Cutter user, you want to get in on these, dude. We're watching some of the greatest movies and just talking about design, dude, and doing prototype content. Like, and that's the best part, is like, this is content that will never make it to the net because I'm just a private person. I keep trying to tell you guys, I try to hang with you guys and be open, and there people are like, we hate who we see. I'm like, oh Lord. Well, look, it's baked into the cake. Stop telling me you hate me. I get it. You can only, how many times you gotta tell me that? Look, I told you, all you can do is destroy my website, tarnish my name. But employers are gonna say, hey man, you clean poly? And I'll be like, yeah bro, yeah, I'll clean whatever polys you got, man. Like, you're like, yo, how do you get a job? Like, hey, I'm speed running it. And I'm not even trying to get a job. That's the thing, is I'm out here just trying to chill. Like, y'all are like, hey, how do you make money? Like, man, y'all really want to know off of anything, like literally anything can be used to make money. Like I used to make a joke that you could make a video game and not even succeed making the game. And just the content, and if the content of making the game was like awesome enough, people would be like, yo, I'm just tuning into this game. That's just a lol fest. Like, because I see these communities of people that just conglomerate for like the purposes of looking for a good time. Like a good time by like real people, like may not even be people that they would want to meet or be like or anything. Like, look, if you don't want to meet me, fine. I don't want to meet you either because you don't want to meet me. Of course, I don't want to meet you. I'm scared to meet people that don't want to meet me. I mean, I always think that Rudy and Wazoo will catch me in a restroom and like literally beat my ass. Like they'll be like, "Yo, you said some things about speed flow." I'd be like, and I'll say it again because I can't stop joking. Like, what am I gonna do? Stop? And then Ton comes in there, he breaks us up. He'll be like, "Stop, children." Never mind. This is the fan fiction I write about Blender, right? And this is the fan fiction that's coming to content. Because why bother? Why hold it back? Look, let's pretend like we're gonna regret not doing a lot of things in the future because AI will just be doing it. It will trivialize everything. And you're like, man, that's terrible. Why you gotta always say that? It's like, why you gotta deny it, dude? Are you serious? Like, you're denying it? Like, that was, if, when I had issues with personal friends, that was really what it came down to. Like, hey, you're gonna deny it, dude? Like, look, you're gonna put your head in the sand? Like, look, hey, I'm not the sandy ground boys, dude. I've never been. In fact, like my dream has always been able to afford technology and analyze it. I'm tired of being left in the past. I'm tired of being left in the digital dust. Every time there's a revolution, it's like, oh, you missed it. Why did I miss it? Oh, I was scared. Why was I scared? Oh, bunch of voices. Whose voices? Oh, I can't remember them exactly, but they said, I won't like you if you do this. I sure won't like you. It's like, who are you? They're like, you'll never know. They just fade away, dude. They're gone. So, as a result, I'm just going for it, guys. I'm going for it. Like, so, I mean, love me, hate me. I'm just solving guns and having fun and listening to dreary vaporwave music about tools and nsolve and alternate universes. And, hey, it's so much of a better time than living in goddamn fear, which is what my life had become, y'all. Like, look, I'm telling y'all, like, hey, I'm taking the power back from those who were taking the power from me. Like, look, I was in a weak position, and I'm going to not be. Because it's all a choice, isn't it? Everything's a choice. Even being weak is a choice. Being dogged is a choice. Being dominated is a choice. Who makes that choice? It's you. It's you, the viewer. Like, and this is the thing. These are the conversations I'm having with my friends. Like at the same time, like, hey, what's dominating you? Your mom. You don't even live in her house, bro. Forget about her. All right. Get blending. Stop pretending. All right. Like, and that's where exercising ties in. Like, getting out and moving, just being away from the canvas, you guys. Like, I used to preach the opposite, like a dumbass. Be like, yo, blend 24/7. Like, oh, no, look, still blend 24/7, but step away from the canvas. Go outside, go do stupid dinner parties, guys. Like, go live life because everything's like a fleeting moment. And, previously I wasn't like that. I didn't actually have a balance. But, now I have to go apologize to like a million people. I'm like, yo, I actually sold you out for Blender, and my bad. All right, I gotta stop that. Look, where's the right one of these at? And I know you're like, MX, that MX, he's always crazy. When will he ever stop? I know, but I'm not crazy. I'm just trying to be a realistic modeler. Like, I watch a lot of Default Cube, and I always thought he was very realistic, like in his content, and I love that. Like, and I love his style. Like, he could. One day I'm gonna be on camera with disheveled hair, looking just. Hey, not trying to talk smack about him. Like I said, I love him, but yeah, I'm gonna be on camera with disheveled hair, looking all crazy. Like, he has that look, like he just came out of a exploding trailer. Like, the guy just destroyed a trailer accidentally, just with a experiment that went bad. These damn loops, like, I'm just like thinking, Stellar, dog, you are tripping, man. And in a way, thank you. You know, when I say you're tripping, I'm saying, you know, in the best way. Never in a bad way. Like, never change for me. Where he's at, someone else is cleaning up his mess. And that guy is someone like me. And they're probably talking smack just like me. They're like, I hate this guy. This guy uses 31 vert. Hey, can you fire him? But no, I'm kidding, of course. That's a little joke. Look, if you're a supervisor, do not fire him. I'm just making jokes. That's 3D comedy. These are things I regret, these sort of jokes. Not anything I say about my life or anything. Because, look, AI, they just know, alright? They just know. And it's over. And it's over for me. It's over for me, alright? Because of AI. Not anything I say or anything I do. All I can do is model. And, oh boy, let me tell you, people love modeling, alright? So when you come to my page and you see me modeling and I'm just saying weird shit, that is what you're thinking about when, that's what I'm thinking about when I'm modeling. If you're not thinking nothing, then dude, hey, I don't know. It's not my job to base people. I always say that. But listen, what do you think about when you're modeling? Are you not thinking about nothing because you're not modeling no more because you're completely demotivated by machines? Because that's big bad. Bada boom, bada bad. You know, no wonder you're doing bad. Like, people are just waiting for me to just say like some crazy idea. But the thing is that ideas are everywhere. They're everywhere. And the thing is that there's something called rain that will discourage every idea. And the power of that rain is like intensifying, right? So when you create an idea, that idea gets atomized from orbit, guys. So when I'm like talking like with a big ego about this tool existing and being like, yeah, this thing couldn't exist. And then, you know, meanwhile it's getting cloned left and right, which, beautiful. That's part of the comedy. It's part of the comedy, guys. You think I'm mad? I am not. Why would I be mad? It doesn't matter. None of it matters, guys. I mean, it does matter. We must, you know, but analytically, and I can tell you why it doesn't matter, and y'all would be like, ah, yes. Because, look, nothing matters. Like, I was arguing with someone earlier. They're like, dude, you said you're in a micro universe. I'm like, yeah, dude. I'm in Blender, inside of 3D, inside of modeling. Like, look, these are all micro universes inside of the field of VFX. Like, if your goal is to get to VFX, you're like 5 universes deep, right? So to get never mind. But I'm in love with universes. And that's what I want to show you guys, is how I'm in love with universes. Like, I'm really in love with universes that get killed. Because they happen all the time. Like, universes just die. Like, my favorite dead universe is The Matrix. Because you're like, The Matrix isn't dead. I'm like, no. The Matrix was dead on arrival. The moment they put Keanu Reeves in there, it became a Keanu Reeves fan fiction in the universe of The Matrix. I'm sorry to say, the movies are still, you know, alright. But, listen, the real Matrix is the Animatrix. There is no other Matrix. The other Matrix is like just the Hollywood thing. And that's why it's just what it is. Like, I'm not trying to be a hater, but I am very passionate about The Matrix. So when someone's like, hey man, you like The Matrix? I'm like, hey, it's complicated. And I just leave it at that. It's just really complicated. Like, they're like, do you love The Matrix? I'm like, yeah. Yeah, it's just easier to say yeah. You know, because you'll run into someone who's just a casual Matrix fan, and then maybe you can like convert them over, right? You can be like, yo, there's this crazy comic book about the Matrix. And you show them the comic book, and you're like, yo, this comic book is thicker than the Matrix script and richer than the Matrix script. And it describes a universe that is never going to be portrayed on these movies at all, because whoever they hire, they're like, hey, I must make a name for myself. It's like the Hollywood thing, right? Where, and this is what I'm going to transition my content into, by the way. So if you're like hating this, well, hey, I pressed G the other day, okay? And if you're into that, subscribe to my OnlyFans, where I press G all day, baby. I press G so much. Never mind. That's an erotic joke about Blender tutorials. If I have to explain it, it's not a joke anymore, all right? And that's what I'm worried. I'm worried, like, wow, do people not get my sense of humor, so they think I'm like an idiot? Look, do they know what For the Lulz is, right? Like, look, it's a thing. It's just a thing. I'm just trying to bring it to Blender. Like, I think there's a world that can exist where just better content exists in Blender. Like, you know, Blender content was getting so. And of course, you're like, yo, I'm watching a video on this. I'm not learning how to cook. It's like, well, dude, if you don't get how to use the tool from the 101 video that's now plastered on the sales page because of an abusive comment by what I could. Look, I shouldn't insult potential customers, all right, so I won't. But people often leave comments that I'm like, man, thank you coming in, sir. Because what else can you say? Is it worth getting ugly with a stranger in a world where anyone can just expose anyone and monetize the video and make instant money, guys? Look, I'm not saying expose me, but y'all could do that and it would like promote the channel and I would become infamous in the 3D community and also pariah, and then y'all would find out that like everybody in CG is probably pilled in the way that you don't want them to be, which is what I found out. Like everybody's pretty, what I would call based, and you know, that is not bad. Like I can work with that. Like at least it's better than the other way. All right, so I can work with that. But we do have to turn that into like a path forward. Like we can't just be that way and it not amount to anything, because I'm always thinking about opportunity. Like I look at everything as an opportunity. In some crazy way, I'm like, hey guys, did you see that opportunity that just happened? Like, man, I need a new mastermind group of people who are down with what I'm talking about, because look, there's these moments that happen in society. They are flashpoints and they happen so fast. And look, this tool isn't one of them, because it's if it was, it would sell 1 million more copies. But really, this tool is on a different system. It's like a system where I have learned everything from you guys. Learn everything through negative comments. So people who are like, yo, this tool ain't nothing. I'm like, oh my God, dude, you don't have any idea what that means to me. Yes, please think it's nothing. I need you to think it's nothing, because last time I made the mistake of like saying, yo, this is what it is and this is everything to me. And you know what happened? Nothing good. Nothing good. Nothing good. Just tragedies and stuff. Just nightmares. And, you know, is that cool? Do you want that? No, I'm kidding. But to me, I am. Hey, we're about to reopen the garage doors. You know, I close the garage doors now and I work. So y'all have been watching me work like a dog. But now y'all are about to watch me go back into the other mode. And like, look, I want to be public and like be more out there with you guys about this, because if this is going to go away, look, there's some entertainment stuff that happens behind the scenes that I think is like hilarious, but other people may not think so. But look, you think like, hey, it's easy to make a tool. Hey, don't be mean. I wish it was easy. If it was easy, I would just be dropping tools like it's hot. Like, I wish. But the thing is that it isn't. It just isn't. And also, I'm not a coder, so imagine how hard it is. Like, it's very funny. It's just a funny adventure, guys. To me, I'm like, man, I'm learning so much about humans, because I was like a sheltered kid when I grew up, right? So I never got to experience people. But I have experienced people now, and boy, have I experienced them. And all of that is baked into this tool's cake. So anyone who makes it, my only concern, my only thought when someone clones this tool is, hey, what's in your cake? What's in your cake? What's at the core of your cake? Because this one does have something at the core of its cake, and it's literally 1 million complaints. So inflow might be complicated, but it is the most simple version of everything you have ever requested on Hard Ops as far as a system goes. And it will be the greatest system. And hopefully it does nothing. Hopefully the tool amounts to nothing except a better way to interface with Blender. And if it does that, that is the most successful thing I've ever done. Because Blender needs a little bit of interface help. And over time, you know, it could be, I could make it very obvious. I could start pointing out some of the interface failures that like keep me up at night. Like really the things that make me super freaking mad in Blender and that like hurt my hands and like break my body. Like, look, there's a lot of things that Blender I love. And there's also a lot of things that I'm like, hey, why you do that? Like, why you do that? Why you do that to me? But, you know, and that's why I'm trying to transition my channel to be, you know, MX after hours, you know, where we're just chilling, guys. Like, look, if you're not here for me, get the hell out of here, all right? Because it's my channel. The channel's named after me. I even changed my name to be less of me. And I'm still too much for this damn channel. What do I got to make another channel called MX Vulgar, MX Prime, MX... Look, MX is named after Macromedia Flash MX, all right? I don't have that much versatility with MX, all right? I just like MX. Like, it just sounds like Max, and I just like that name, you know? Let us subdivide this. But I do love all of the comments, like, especially the people who are like, yo, I am into it. Because the goal is to just really make modeling a little more interesting. Like, a little more interesting. Like, look, I was originally going to try to have someone do this for me, like act it, just do the act, but you know, I can't get people to do it without being cruel. And that's not part of the act. The act is having fun. It's a party. Like, look, I watch all these internet personalities and I see how they make it. I'm like, wow. Our most interesting person is Captain Dissolution. And, you know, it's too much to ask for him to become a WWE level Blender fanatic. So someone's going to have to set the stage. Someone's going to have to show people what it means to do a work and to work a crowd and all of this. And to just basically be a literal dumbass. Like, look, when there's a Wikipedia page written about me, I will look back and say, huh, well, at least they recommended my channel. Like, they recommended my channel, and that's cool. Like, this video is a celebration of being done with Stellar's damn gun. Like, this gun is now worth more than it was when I started. Maybe not to him, but it is to me. The previous model was not worth anything, but this model, hey, it's worth a little bit more because it's a MasterCard. Like, that's what I call it. Like, when you can send a model into any program without, and look, this is where people are going to start arguing in the comments, or they're not because they're tuned out. It doesn't matter either way. But this model is a MasterCard. You can send it anywhere. I accept to mobile and video games. But as far as this high poly models go, this thing's beautiful. We have babied every surface. We have nurtured this. We have treated this model like the beautiful model that it is. Like, it's beautiful. Like, look, sometimes when I'm working in Boolean modeling, I'll look at the wire and I'm like, sad. Look, when I go into wireframe mode of this model, I do see a million things that could be better, but I see a million things that I've done. And I see a model that matters. Like, you know, I talked earlier about how I basically got off of here and went and exercised and spent time with my woman and cooked breakfast. Like, I should show the breakfast. Like, it's not impressive. I'm not like a great cook. You can make fun of it if I post it, but that's only if I cared enough to edit it in. But it's literally the accomplishment of just being productive. I refer to it as my loop. Like, look, if you wanted to really destroy me, you would disrupt my loop. Like, you would mess up my loop, where basically I don't do all of the things in my loop. Because if I break my loop, it actually messes me up mentally. Like, I lose my ability to continue my day if I break my loop. So maybe that is being mental. But most people I know, they're like, hey man, you're mental. I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Like, why are you apologizing? I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, why are you still apologizing? I'm like, I'm sorry. And then like 30 minutes later, we are back to playing Mario Kart. All right. And you know, if you're out there trying to play some Mario Kart, hey, if you're good at Mario Kart, like super good at Mario Kart, we should get together and play a little Mario Kart, because I am like determined to be a champion online, but like online is nuts. So like all the time I will meet people and they're like, yeah, I'm a champion at Mario Kart. Look, if you are not good at Mario Kart, I'm gonna find out so fast. All right, like fast, like immediately. And that's my problem. Like, I have obsessions with these things. Like, people are like worried that people are like you know, need to register with signs in their yard. No, hey, I'll check all that if you turn out to not be good at Mario Kart. Like if you were like, yeah, I'm good at Mario Kart, you turn out to not be good at Mario Kart, yeah, I'm gonna have to start researching you online now because I don't trust you anymore. But if you got the Mario skills to back it up, never mind. I can't make that joke. My editor's on the other side of the room waving at me, the ghost of Easy E. Hey, I should just make up a different editor every episode. Now, I was thinking about getting on video actually and just being here, just lurking, because I have a friend who tells me, he's like, hey, the people don't understand you because you're not facing them. Like if they saw your eyes whenever you say these things, they would get it. Like, dude, that's intense, dude. I don't even look you in the eye. Like, what about your lover? All right, no, I'm sorry. I'm just making jokes here. But in any case, yeah, he badgers me about being online as a person. I just know that I wouldn't. I mean, I was actually going to put myself as at the end of a video being like, yo, this is me outside dying in this freaking heat. Because it feels good to actually die in the heat. And that was part of the process of nsolve, is I spent a lot of time dying in the heat, thinking about the tool. Like I would get mad and I would say, hey, I'm gonna go do 9 miles, and I would go walk around this place in Austin and it would just like destroy me, guys. Like I'm not even saying, I'm not bragging. Look, I'm not a strong person. Modeling has like weakened my body. All right, and this is why you got to get in shape, guys, because if you're going to be a good modeler, look, you're not even going to be worth employing. How do I become employable? Well, I'm not going to hire you if you're an emaciated dope fiend looking like a ghoul from freaking Dark Souls, bro. Like, dude, if you look like that, then what? How long is your vitality going to work for modeling? Like, dude, I need someone that's going to be able to model like a gladiator. And look, if I was looking for a modeler, I would want a gladiator. And I'm saying, hey, I'm eating raw meat, except I'm not. And also, yo, I got the vitality. And I got videos on videos to show I got the vitality. Might be old and cantankerous. I might be turning into Clint Eastwood. But also, let's look at our outside. And we have our help sitting on top. And I hate that. I hate having it sit on top. That's like a bad idea. So let's move that. All right. And let's get our selection back. And we have 60. And with 60, that means we got to get rid of these right now. And do we get to just solve this with a grid fill? That would be crazy if it just worked like that. And, you know, we won't even ask questions about the top, you know, because, hey, I'm not trying to actually solve that. Like, we've been through a lot with this model. And I am over it. All right, I'm so over it. Like I'm telling you guys, like I actually thought before that I would solve easier, but I see now that this is fun. This is going to be fun because we are going to show people like, yo, how do you do it proper? How do you do it proper? How do you actually have a 3D career that's worth a career? Because not everyone's a superstar modeler. You can still go for that superstar modeler, but hey, Vitaly needs money too. And so he's also going to go in and take his own job. Like he's going to get in there and be like, hey, I'm also available to hire. You know, I'm Black Phoenixing so hard right now. That's what I imagine Vitaly be saying to employers. I'm sorry, but Daddy Vitaly, if you're watching, you know, what if he's watching? That means I'm making some good content. Like, look, if people are watching from other software, then let me know. Because that means that's some good content right there. And that is the goal, is to have something that transcends the current place that we are in. Because right now, people are like, oh, this won't appeal to Blender people. I'm like, yo, what about normies though? Hey, will your mom watch me? And, you know, that's really weird to say, but hey, is your mom watching? Will your mom be into this if I started talking about Murder, She Wrote and the lore of the extended universe and how, you know, the show went through its ups and downs and etc. And just started talking about just the grim truth about Murder, She Wrote. I mean, look, that's what my dad cares about. Except, look, if you want a realistic story from me, I tried to give my dad a Blu-ray player and the Blu-rays of a bunch of shows. I doubt he's going to even watch a single show. Because he is so country and old that he just will not use a DVD player. And I think about that a lot. I'm like, wow, He doesn't even want to press buttons. He don't even want to press buttons. He doesn't even want to stick a DVD in. You know, you ever been so old you just was like, yo, F a DVD. Yo, I'm not that old yet, but hey, I'm scared. I look at him, I'm like, hey. So you don't want to stick no DVD in? He ain't trying to stick no DVD in. So he's just watching TV, and you know, he'll sit home and watch like fuzzy television. Like, look, he might be a serial killer, all right? But that's what I'm saying. That's what's destined for me in life. Like in my life, I won't even want to stick a DVD in the player. No, I'm kidding. That's me extrapolating as if that I'm going to become, you know, my father. But I do look at people's parents. I'm like, oh yes, that's their path in life. But I mean, maybe it's not. You know, we're not our fathers, right? But we're gonna grab this and subdivide it, and we're just having a little fun here. Just talking about fathers and modeling. I mean, what do you want me to talk about? Bullets. How we live in the land of death, and you know, I'm just clean up bullets. Which I mean, hey, Call of Duty, you need this gun? Holler at me, because it is ready. This gun's ready to be sold. I mean, literally. Let me grab the space mouse, and I think we are done, guys. Like, I mean, is there anything else to do? You know, now we're at the part where we can start, you know, what I would call talking shit. We can start barking like dogs. We can go, roof, roof, roof. You can't mess with me. Roof, roof, roof. I'm the biggest dog. Roof, roof, roof. Hold on. Who wrote this freaking script, guys? Dude, you let your dog write this script? No. Sorry, I'm talking to the editors over here. All right. Look, you know what? We're going to continue with it. Roof, roof, roof. I'm the biggest dog. I defeated this mesh. This mesh took me like 800 hours to defeat. And I just included it in the tool and was going to say, y'all should solve it. Now look, I doubt a single user solved this mesh, because it's a mesh too mighty for any man with any level of autism. Like, what I have is an interplanetary level of autism that, okay, actually, look, to try to sell that is interplanetary autism. Sorry, I apologize. Interplanetary autism got in the way. Just playing. I don't know if I have autism. The secret is you don't go see doctors, all right? Unless you have doctor-related problems. You're just seeing doctors. Hey, what you got for me, bud? No, I'm playing. I shouldn't be telling people to avoid doctors. That's part of that bad advice. So anyways, back to being... Oh, wait. All right. Now we're cooking, and we're just free. We're able to just peruse around the model, just kind of just taking a good look at everything. I mean, I think we can go in here and change our settings for the space mouse. Let's see, space mouse. Where's this bastard at? Over here. We want to free navigate, because whatever's happening. Let's try it again. All right. Hey, this is actually too free. I don't like how jerky it is, so let's get back in there. We'll I don't like doing that, but yeah, we'll just close that and let's try it again. Alright, let's take a look at what we have here. So we're just perusing around Topo. Hey, you single Ingon, look me in the face. I will, boy, don't make me. You ever just took off your sandal and just shook it at some geometry? That's me right now. And look, people be watching me out of context. Like, I'm gonna have to do a video channel of me out of context. Another job. Like, listen, opportunity exists everywhere. Like, literally everywhere. And I don't know how to describe it. Like, I'm talking with my editor right now, and me and him, my real editor, not the one that I goof off and make up for these videos, but the one that I actually have, I'm like trying to talk to him about how to package himself better as a product and, you know, give himself to people as something that transcends what he formerly was, which was a traditional editor. Like, look, you need to be much more to a person than that when you're offering yourself, or else they're going to look at you on paper and be like, hey, employee number 627, let's go ahead and fire him. Like, look, I'm not even trying to put you back into a company. I'm trying to tell you guys, like, hey, get solving. Solve your entire history. Solve everything you've ever done, and let's get it online and selling it and get it going on, dude. Like, if no one's buying it as end guns, then we need to start selling it as quads. Like, we look at this gun, and this thing's looking freaking great. Like, I am very pleased with what I'm looking at, because I look at just pain and blood, like, and lost friends. Like, over the course of this gun, so many people are like, yo, I unsubscribed. I hate you, MX. Like, hey, I'm just toppling a gun here. I didn't shoot this thing. I don't even have one of these. I don't even know what this gun is. This gun is a 4.6 millimeter AKS. All right. And that's me reading the file name. All right. So that's how informed I am on guns. You know, I have a gun in the other room, but, you know, I never would mess with it. Why do I need it? I'm not. Hey, if you climb through my window, I'll need it. But otherwise, I'm not a weirdo, guys. Like, I'm really not. I'm a calculated man. I am a strategist. That's what my job is. I'm a product strategist. My strategy was to release this tool and show realistically what this tool is. Realistically, like the God honest truth of what this tool is. No bullshit. Not going to say, oh, it'll make your life so much easier. No. Watch the videos. Does this make your life easier? Do it manually. Ask yourself, does it make your life easier? I'm not even asking you. I'm saying ask yourself. When you look at it, you don't, man, that's why the videos are here. I'm not packaging it like, hey, if you buy the product, you get the videos. No. No bullshit. Watch the videos. You can only tolerate me for 5 minutes. Get out of here. Get out of here. But look, if you have professional problems, you have professional skills, and you need to professionally solve them. Hey, I'm going to start a party about it. And this party is going to be like, hey, how do we cash out? How do we get our models, take our entire history, solve it, turn it into a format that's able to cash out of this field? Let's pretend like it's the apocalypse. What do we need tools that do? Well, we need tools that solve problems, that will help you get work professionally, that will help you work professionally, that will help you cash out professionally, because that's the most professional thing you can do is cash out. The tool's not that. The tool's goal is to make enough money to pay for the tool's madness. And I know that will exponentially increase its worth, because people will look at it and they'll be like, wait, he made the tool do what? Be like, yeah, told y'all video 1. Take my hand. I said in AI intros, listen to the Dark Rabbit, and you're going to go to planets covered in blood and viscera and gold. Everybody's going to be golden. We're going to be golden, guys. But it's going to take a moment to really establish a baseline with y'all. Because if I just say, hey, there's a hustle on Fiverr doing this, this, and this. There's a metaphor I have. Sorry to sound racist. 10,000, insert whatever people here. But 10,000 of them. If you just say it casually, without just really thinking about things, you'll have 10,000 people that do not believe in your cause, do not believe in your tool, does not believe in you, basically co-opting it and taking over it immediately. So things must be thought about. We must think about these things. But I'm telling you, opportunity is everywhere. Everywhere. Even in this video you watch. Like, if you're watching this video and you're catching timestamps that are just hilarious, we could be turning those into snipped content. And you could become the content snipper. And your job would be the content snipper. Compared to AI taking that job. Like, AI's taking so many jobs that y'all have never even thought of yet. That y'all just, I don't know how to explain it to y'all. We have to get it together. That's all I can say is we have to get it together. Because otherwise we're going to be fighting each other for scraps of meat. And then we'll die. We'll die. We'll just be old men on street corners holding signs. We'll be like, yeah, dude, I used to do 3D once. It was freaking nuts. It was the most nuts thing ever. When I used to want to do 3D, and I had these ideas, and I thought about doing them, and I didn't do them. Save the cheerleader, save the world, guys. And I'm not saying we're going to save the cheerleader or the world, but maybe you'll save yourself, or your family, or your living, or whatever. Like, you'll think about a new way to approach things. But I'm telling you, like, take my hand, come with me. We're going to go through a series of worlds. Like, I would love to just do videos just showing just all the different worlds I visit. Like a Grim Reaper, that are just insane. I'm like, wow, these people are being paid to do this. And this is more funny than it is harmful to humanity. And that's always the balance that I look at. I'm like, is this harmful to humanity? You know, some things actually only contribute to something like brain rot, like Skibbity Toilet. But other things actually are capable of enriching society. So me modeling is me trying to be an enriching factor to society while also just talking randomly. Because haters gonna hate, lovers gonna love. But Ruheldra watches us all with the in-suite gauntlet from heaven above. And with that, I wrap this video. I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
In the cellar he rots away, solace in solving night and day. And solver's curse, a twisted delight, shapes resolved at the speed of light. Flesh and soul, they wither and fade, pleasure found in the dark trade. Seeing flows poodle his deliverance near, aiming to break free from cursed armor's fear. Solving his flesh decays, finding joy in the cult's dark ways. Solving people, solving shapes, seeking and flow his escape. In his solve, solving quick and true, mesh issues vanish like morning dew. With speed and precision it guides his hand, but its dark curse he cannot withstand. Eyes on and flow his only light, in the cellar's eternal night. Every solve shape a step to grace, but his body fades, leaving a hollow space. Lower, dull, adaptive, sleek and bright, custom tools, context alike. No keys or menus, pure efficiency. Destiny's fate, his path to see. Molten gold facing a Cthulhu foe on the dread, otherworldly blade threads and sin, wielding the curse mark of the box cutter. An artifact thought whilst now making foes shudder. Separated from flesh, relive in the past, fight to survive, resolve steadfast. Hyper solving core and soul's might, defeating the foe in the moonless night. Doubly stronger, he stands tall, returning to the cellar, heeding the call. And sweet overlay, swift and lean, added more power, a silver sheen. Like weight and snow, bandelier's grace, customizations touch theme, pace in the dark. He dreams of and flow, a light to cleanse, a path to show. Hybrid solving, geometry's dense, seeing suits tools, second chance. Blood by day and sweet fade intertwined, molten gold curves armor confined, branded by pain. Humanity's cost, in the dark his soul is lost. In draw with peace and speed it floats, topologies our creation grows. Conceptual yet with promise fast, shapes complex, simple, fast. In the dark he dreams of the flows clean, burning in pain he'll rise again. Thanks the weight it flows clean, burning in pain he'll rise again. Waking my king in the smell of dread, with my arms paint your world in red. Flee through shadows, run in pain, this nightmare's your
light I have brought, a dominion ensconced in perpetual night. With teeth a gnashing, my hunger swells to devour this cosmos where darkness dwells. So I feel my macabre fiefdom fair, empires wither under my malevolent stare. My cohorts virulent and unrestrained, wahaha, their souls profaned.
Inside the fields of luscious delights, I partake of life's ephemeral might. Prostrate thyself to this deity of dread, as I gorge upon the essence thou hast shed. In this phantasmagoria of unyielding dread, I traverse a charnel landscape where hope is dead. Rivers of ichor and the stench of demise, in this infernal purgatory my spirit lies.
A miasma of shadows besets my course in this sepulchral void, devoid of remorse. The rabid deity with ocular fire, a harbinger of doom, an avatar of ire.
In this quagmire of bone and vein, my cries for mercy are light in vain. I have gone from the abyssal embrace. In this Poetic realm, I've lost my grace.
Every instrumental of bone and bane, my cries for mercy are but in vain. I have come from the abyssal embrace. In this Poetic realm, I've lost my grace. In sanguine fields of luscious delight, I partake of life's ephemeral might. Prostrate thyself to this deity of dread, as I gorge upon the essence thou hast shed. Through the carnage, amidst the lamentation, I am ensnared within this malefic abomination. Rivers of ichor,
If unrelenting gaze enthralls my essence in this infernal maze.
rabbit, come.
In my tenebrous realm, I shall find no light. In this dominion where I reign supreme, feel my laughter and succumb to my dream.
Through the carnage, amidst the lamentation, I am ensnared within this malefic abomination. The rabid god with unrelenting gaze enthralls my essence in this infernal maze.
In the fields of luscious delights, I partake of life's ephemeral might. I am gone from the abyssal embrace. In this Poetic realm, I've lost my grace.
Lawfully, O sovereign, in interminable flight, in my tenebrous realm, thou shalt find no light. In this dominion where I reign supreme, feel my laughter as I come to my dream.